week 18. We are done with week 18. Y'all, days away. I just looked earlier today. Now I can't remember. 12, I think, and 26 days out from my shows. This is insane. So, if you did not get the tea last week, go back and watch the previous series episode, because I have a new coach and prep has been night and day different. It still hasn't been very fun, but I am through the worst of it, which is just crazy. So we are one week away from peak week. And so peak week is a huge milestone because that's when you're basically done and you're just getting ready. The whole time I've been getting ready for the show, right? But you're getting ready, you're getting your body ready for the show to look like it hadn't been through it for 20 weeks. So that looks a little bit different for everyone, I guess, from what I can tell. It's kind of, some peaking protocols are like super secret, so we're not going to talk a whole lot about it, because if I told you, I'd have to kill you. But the fact that you make it to peak week means that you are done with your prep. And man, that feels so good to say. Now, because I do have another show 2 weeks after, I'm not like done, like pop the champagne, eat all the food. But I'm pretty darn close and I'm pretty darn proud. So, what has been different since I switched coaches? Short answer, everything. Everything. So, my one is when my check-ins are. So now I have a completed check-in before I talk to you guys, so I can tell you what the plan is for the week. So we immediately brought my food up some, because I'm serious, go watch the last video if you have not caught up and watched it. I was having a lot of just digestive issues, some pretty serious mental health situation issues that is not typical for me at all. And so my cardio came down quite a bit. My food went up quite a bit to kind of give my body a break. It did not go back into what I would imagine my maintenance would be, but it was a much less severe deficit. And I went from a meal plan to macro plan. Now, why that has made a world of difference is I've been tracking macros for years. I always track macros, which is essentially just protein, carbs, and fats. They all make up a certain amount of calories. My calories are made up of various percentages of the proteins, carbs, and fats, depending on if I'm in a muscle building phase or a contest prep or a weight loss phase or just a maintenance phase. And I can pick and choose whatever foods fit into that protein, carb, and fat breakdown. Now that gets hard when the calories are low and you do get limited, but I'm still open to any protein that I would like, any carbs, but I'm open to choices. However, I would need to make smarter ones. For example, if I want to use a bunch of my carbs for the day on, let's say, half a banana, I can do that. And some days, folks, it was worth it. All right. But for the contest prep situation, it is very clean foods and not very processed. Some of it is processed. Like I ate some Kodiak cakes, and, just for mental stability, that was really, really crucial. You don't feel as restricted when you are getting to choose what you're eating. So in contrast to that, I had been put on a meal plan for almost the whole entire prep before I switched. And so that was, this meal is egg whites, oats, and berries, which y'all know that's my favorite one, so I'm not even gonna complain about that. But my protein sources were limited, my carbohydrate sources were limited, my fats were limited, everything was limited, and it was not working well with my body, and it just was just culminating into this big explosion of just misery. And so since I switched back to macros, I'm much more comfortable doing that. Stress has been incredibly decreased, which is huge, and I'm stable in my weight at a lower weight than I ever was with my other coach. I feel better, and it's just all around been great. I was very close to never wanting to do this again, which is a shame because I'm very excited about doing this and I love training. I like the challenge of prep, mental and physical, and it was almost ruined. But thank goodness we dodged it, and my new coach is great, and I would do whatever I needed to do to get the right look that he thinks I need and get myself ready for the show. That being said, this week now is a push week. So we cut food and then we increased cardio. So cardio did get increased to an hour, but only 5 days a week. And my food got cut, but not as cut as it has been in the past. So what would be considered my push week, I've already done something harder weeks and weeks and weeks ago, 4 weeks and weeks and weeks. So I'm sitting in a pretty good spot. Yes, I'm hungry. Yes, I would like some more food. No, I do not like doing an hour of cardio, but I'm found a show to watch. I've binged in the good way. Handmaid's Tale, so I finished that. New season doesn't come out for a while, so I'm into The Flight Attendant. I did the mini series on HBO called Chernobyl. Very, very good, but it's only 5 episodes, and I blew through that in a week. So on to The Flight Attendant. Y'all, so good. A little weird, but so good. So if you haven't done that one, I would recommend that one for your cardio show. And what I mean by cardio show, if you're new here, I read this Instagram hack on how to make cardio bearable, and it was to pick a show that you only watch while you're doing cardio, and then you kind of want to do it. So that's what we've been doing there, and it's good. So today I thought I would kind of talk a little bit about what was going on, which is great. I am just a few days away from peak week. We're going to push here, kind of really deplete things down, fill things back up for peak week, and hopefully bring an amazing look to the stage in just a few days. So what else I wanted to do was I just wanted to thank, it wasn't like a million comments, but I did have more comments than normal on my video from last week. And I just wanted to say that I really appreciate that because it was a stressful week with all of the changes and just kind of self-doubt and just wanting to do the right thing for myself and for the show and just morally. So I appreciate everyone who reached out and was supportive. I hope I responded to all of them, and it really did mean a lot to have people kind of back me up on the decision that I made. So thank you. And then I want to talk about, y'all, the bodybuilding world is wild. And I'm starting to get all my stuff together and get my bags packed because, I've got myself to pack and my daughter, and we're traveling for this show. My husband will pack himself. He's good like that. But we're traveling quite a few hours for this show so my parents can come and watch. It's kind of a halfway point. And so it's a long weekend. We're going to a theme park when we're done. It's just a lot of stages of packing. And so I wanted to kind of go over some of the things that are going to be in my bag. And I think it's good because it'll help me get a little organized here because there's some crazy stuff that you'll see. But the last couple housekeeping things I wanted to talk about are there will be one more video, my peak week video, to kind of update anything else that's going to happen or what's going on. I already have the plan, so I know cardio is going to slowly come down. Food is going to slowly come up. Can't wait for that. And then it's just a lot of prep work to get ready for the hotel and the show. So if and then I will do some show review videos. I'm probably going to have my daughter and my husband come talk a little bit more from a spectator point of view, how the shows went. And, of course, like how I did and all the things and the full experience, because, this I don't know about. And so I will do those. But it's going to get a little like dicey with as far as like every Sunday uploads and stuff like that, because I'll be post show and out of town, and then it'll be another week or two of updates, and then I'll be post show again and out of town. I'm trying to like do little trips so my daughter isn't, hopefully she won't be miserable, but I'm trying to make it not freaking miserable the whole weekend, in case she just doesn't like it. So things will get a little off schedule. So in order to avoid missing anything, one, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can get notified when the videos update. I'll try and keep it as close as I can to like that Sunday schedule, but again, I just don't know. And then follow me on Instagram, because those are going to be more of like show day, little story, backstage, sneak peek kind of thing. So my Instagram handle is at fit.ash.crna. So at fit.ash.crna. Okay. So make sure you go and follow me over there on Instagram, and then subscribe to the channel so you can get all the updates and see, how show day actually went. Other than that, this week I'm choosing to focus on, I hope I don't get like emotional about this. I'm choosing to focus on what I have done in these last 20 weeks, regardless of the outcome of the show. Yes, I want to win. Yes, I want to win the whole thing. But so does everyone else that's going, and everyone else worked really hard too. So I'm just trying to be proud of what I did, happy with myself, take everything that I've learned, push it together, add it to an amazing coach, and just get ready to improve and just take this whole world by storm. Yeah? All right. So coming up, what my plans are for coming up, once all of the shows and everything are over, there are a couple things that are going to happen. So the first big thing is I'm going to reverse out of this diet, and that involves some weight gain, which is not fun, and can be difficult according to a lot of people in the bodybuilding world. And in general, it is hard. There's far more people trying to lose weight than there is to gain weight. But again, this is as healthy as it is now. It is still not a maintainable look. So I think it's important to document the reverse. Interestingly enough, I am also having a hysterectomy 2 weeks after my last show. So I'm going to document, not the actual hysterectomy, obviously, but I am going to document my reverse and do at least a few updates about how that's going, what that feels like, how that's going post-surgery, and just kind of bring some light to the fact that it is okay and necessary to gain body fat when you are done with your shows. I think that's important for me to store up here and for you all to store. And that's all I have planned so far. But I do enjoy keeping up the channel. So if you guys have anything you would like me to talk about or cover, or you're curious about, I'll talk all day about lots of different things. So we'll do some show reviews. We'll do the hysterectomy reverse kind of updates, and then we'll just kind of go from there. But I would love for you guys to comment on anything you're curious about at all, and I can throw something together. If you want to talk a little more about macro tracking or just macronutrients in general, like, I'm a nurse, I have a master's degree, I can teach you some things, I think. So let me know in the comments. Make sure you're liking the videos, sharing the videos, and subscribing to the channel, so when things get a little out of order and out of schedule here in the next couple weeks, you can keep up. All right, let's see what's in my bag. Okay, so I don't have everything because obviously it's just a lot of like normal packing stuff, but I do have some of like the crazier things that I've been told to pack. And then some of like the things I'm super excited about. So my bag, I'm obviously going to have a suitcase. I have a suitcase. It looks like a suitcase. It's not anything exciting, but I have a backstage bag that's like a rolly bag, you know, to go and put my stuff in that I'm going to need backstage. And it's super cute. I'm not telling you any like affiliates or anything like that because I don't get any money for it. And so just go on Amazon or wherever you like to get your stuff. Okay. So this is one part of the bag, and it came with, it's like kind of a lunchbox because I'm going to have to bring food back there. So this is kind of like a lunchbox cooler part of the rolling bag that I have. And then my actual rolling bag, it's empty right now, but super cute. So I'm going to put all my backstage stuff in there. So what am I taking backstage and to the hotel that's like bodybuilder specific? Like I wouldn't bring any of this stuff if I was just going to not a show. Maybe these slippers. So I got these slippers. So it's heels, 6-inch heels or slippers. And so I got some really fuzzy, pretty comfortable ones. They're black. Most of what I have is dark or black because, I mean, I do like it. But the tan will get on things, the spray tan. And so black is your friend there, so you're not ruining your clothes. On that note, I also have some black towels. I just got these from Walmart. They're not very comfortable, but they'll do the trick. Some black towels, and I have to bring my own black sheets for the hotel because apparently if you ruin their sheets with your spray tan, they'll charge you a butt ton of money, and I'm already paying a butt ton of money to do this hobby, so we're going to keep that to a minimum. So sheets and towels that are dark I brought so I don't have to dirty up their things. Baby wipes to, I've been told, get tan off of your nails, and you never know when you're going to need some baby wipes. So, what else do we have? I'll save the exciting stuff for the end. A blanket, dark, but not black, because I'm trying to live a little. It matches my shirt. Interesting. So from what I'm understanding, everyone just gets put backstage and you're just kind of in your own little area. So I brought a blanket so I don't sit on a hard floor because I don't really know what these venues are going to look like. I don't know that you ever really know what exactly it's going to be. And so I'm just trying to be prepared so I can have a little space to just kind of chill. What else do we have? Oh, so some various resistance bands for me to pump when I am backstage. Don't ask me how I'm going to do that. I'll be figuring that out soon because I have to figure out how to get a pump. That will be managed, obviously, by food and water and whatnot. But I also have to move my muscles to pump them up so they're nice and full for the stage. So we'll be doing that. And then what else do I have? Oh, I have these little, I don't know if you can see them. So my shoes, my heels have ankle straps. And so, I mean, be prepared. These are just extra ankle straps should the ankle strap break. And this, I almost didn't buy these. It's just like a million little different pairs. But that really stresses me out. And so, I mean, why not? Safety first, right? If you have it, you won't need it. If you need it, you won't have it. You know what I mean? That's like what I like to live by. And then this is probably my most favorite thing that I have bought. It is a food scale. I mean, I have 2 different food scales, 3 now. But look at this. It is portable food scale. So it just fits nicely in a bag or a purse. I got that off Amazon. It works great. I would recommend getting one, especially if you're trying to go out in prep, because some people, particularly people who are on macros, do still, you know, in the earlier throes of prep, still like have to go places. And so they'll just weigh out their food. It's not like perfectly controlled, but at least you know the weight of what you're eating, right? And then I've got some Bikini Bite. This is glue that will glue my suit to my body so we don't have any Janet Jackson style wardrobe malfunctions. You know what I mean? Super Bowl. I don't remember what year. Y'all know. None of that. That won't win you a show. Or will it? I don't know. We're not going to find out. My dad's going to be there. We're not going to find out. And then the last thing. Okay. I'm going to end this on like a ridiculous note. Okay. Most of this stuff is to deal with the spray tan, right? Which is, you know, shades darker than me. And a little delicate, you know, you can't get it wet. It runs. You got to be careful. So this is what I was instructed to buy this. Okay. It was on multiple bodybuilding packing lists. Okay. This is called a shiwi. If you camp, I do not camp, but if you camp, I guess you know what it is. But you hook it together, and then you have a nice little anatomical funnel to use the bathroom with, so you don't get any bathroom on your tan. This is a very interesting little tool, and I am going to need to practice. I have been not practicing, and even the directions say you should practice, and I have not been practicing. So I'm going to put that on my list to practice with, but there she is. That's probably the most ridiculous and craziest thing that I've had to put in my bag for bodybuilding. A shiwi. There it is, to protect the tan. Review pending, because I don't know. I just don't want to use it. My daughter was so curious, and I just can't. I don't know. We'll see. I'll work on it at some point. I don't know. Anyway, those are the big, like, you know, of course, my makeup and my jewelry and my suits and my heels and all the things, but those are like the big kind of like, what you got in there that's bodybuilding. So just any more questions, I'm happy to answer them. Comment below. But that's what I got. I'm going to work on posing and packing. We've got one more push this week. And I did, also on this push, because it is a push, I have a refeed day. So I'm going to clock in my refeed day on Thursday, which is the refeed day. It is a real refeed day. If you go back a couple more videos, you'll see what my refeed day looked like with my previous coach, which it wasn't even really a refeed day. This refeed day is my carbs go back up to almost pre-prep carbohydrates, and I cannot wait. So checking that on Thursday on a lower body training day. So that's kind of like a light in the middle of the week to help me with this last push. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed my journey. I hope maybe you are inspired by my journey. I'm just a regular mom. I love to train, and I like a challenge, but otherwise I'm just a normal person who chose to do something kind of out of the norm, and I'm so glad I did. I love it. I would 100% do it again. I would have probably done it again, even with the terrible experience I initially had, but it would have probably taken a longer time. So make sure you follow me on Instagram, subscribe to the videos. We are binge watching Halloween Wars. I don't know if you've watched that on the Food Network. It's probably a little like selfish because I'm just like drooling over these cakes, which that's not even for eating, but it's just for fun and Halloween. But anyway, my daughter and my husband are waiting for me to go finish watching it. So I'm going to go do that and get ready for my week. I've got a couple work days at the hospital, so I'm going to get everything organized. Because failing to plan is planning to fail, people. Put that up on your walls. I feel like that should be on a poster board with like a kitten on it or something. You know those ones I'm talking about? Anyway, all right. I've rambled long enough. Have a great week and do something nice for someone. You know, people are really still struggling out there with the hurricane damage and things like that. So be a good person. Help somebody. Register to vote. And I'll check back in with you next week for Peak Week. Bye.